Paddy's review from the weekend's games. Starting with Liverpool Newcastle. I don't know how this match was fought. In the first half, Liverpool were all over Newcastle. It was 1-0. Should have been 2, should have been 3. Just poor finishing. Wasteful in front of goal. And we don't score the second goal. You give the team, you give the opposition a chance to get back in the match. Newcastle scored a perfectly good goal. Forced, but disallowed because of handballs. That rule is disgraceful. That shouldn't be happening, to be honest. They need to change the rules. And then they scored again. Great finish for Willock. He's been brilliant for Newcastle. And I'd say Newcastle are safe now. A brilliant few weeks for them. But for Liverpool, poor finishing cost them from winning the match. And when you don't score many goals, you don't get much belief or confidence. And that's maybe why their finishing is poor in front of goal. But the amount of goals that Mo Salah scored for Liverpool over the last few years has been unbelievable. And so much for Liverpool being a Super League club and they can't even beat Newcastle. That's why we love the Premier League, because anyone can beat anybody on a day. West Ham and Chelsea, a good win for Chelsea. I thought Chelsea played very well. The amount of clean sheets that they've had under Thomas Tuchel is unbelievable, and Vermeer scored. That'll give him a lot of belief and confidence, considering it hasn't really worked out for him at Chelsea this season. With the red card by Valverde in this match, that was disgraceful. Like, I don't see why it was a red. Like, he was clearing the ball. Like, I know he caught the player, but that wasn't enough force in it to be a red card. Like, if that's the way the game's going, like, you can't even tackle anymore, because as soon as you put in, you can't. There's not even 50-50 chance anymore, because as soon as you do that, it's disgraceful. It was a mistake. And then if that's the case going forward, there's a tackle similar in the match later on. Well, it's not a red. If that's the way you're going to be, you have to be consistent. But still a good win for Chelsea. It looks like Chelsea will finish top four this year. Third match on Saturday was Sheffield and Brighton. It's gas that as soon as Sheffield relegate, they start winning matches. Tom McGoldrick in this match was brilliant. He's had a brilliant career for Sheffield. It's just a pity he's retired for Ireland. But Brighton, they're not over the line yet. That was a poor defeat for Brighton, to be honest. I thought, like, and they're still not over yet because of that result. On to Sunday, first up, Burnley and Wolves. A brilliant win for Burnley. That guarantees them Premier League survival, I think, for another season. The goals that Wood scored in this match was brilliant. Like, the first player to score a hat-trick in the first half of Sanji, that's an amazing achievement. He's been a brilliant player for Burnley. And Sean Dyche has done an incredible job. Probably going to keep them up again. Like, a lot of people say, they should be sacking Dyche. Why would you? He's done a brilliant job at Burnley, I think. But for Wolves, I thought they'd been poor. It's like you just accepted mid-table, because they're not going to get relegated. They're not going to finish top four. I think they have no aspiration. You just want the season to end. And I just think, it's probably the best team because, Jimenez getting injured. Plus, they finished last season late. So probably just that's catching up with them as well. But it just looks like they can't wait for the end of the season. Also on Sunday, Leeds United, it was built up as an anticlimax, nil-all draw, poor draw. I thought United were poor in the game. They didn't show any intent to go forward at all. I know Rashford had a few half chances. If anyone was going to score, it was probably Greenwood. I thought Rashford was poor, Bruno was poor. They just didn't do enough with the ball. Like, I know United don't need to win because you already have top four, but I just think that was a missed opportunity. Like, if you could have won that game and then, City could have got beaten by Palace, there's still a chance, but it just makes it easier for you, City to win it. But I thought Leeds played very well. Like, since the match at Old Trafford in December, like, Leeds became tougher to beat. Another good draw for them. Ninth place now. Brilliant season for them. And if anyone was going to win that match, it was Leeds. So they had better chances. But it was disgraceful how that penalty wasn't given by Luke Shaw just because he's international. He got away with. Like, I can't believe that VAR didn't see what happened. Disgraceful. In the other Premier League match yesterday, Villa and West Brom. First half was two panels, 1-1. West Brom went 2-1 up through it. No, I thought as the match went on, West Brom were poor. They didn't control the game properly. They let Villa back into it, and when that happens, you're going to concede a goal. Poor goal to concede at the end, because if they would have won this match, it still would have gave them a chance to stay up. So it looks like they're doomed now. It's a lot harder now with losing that match. They probably need to win every game now. Whereas they would have won that game, it could have gave them a chance, but I think they're gone now. And in the cup final, City and Spurs, the first half was all City. They're all over. I can't believe that City didn't score 2 or 3 goals in the first half because they were brilliant. And they didn't panic. They kept playing the same way. They were relentless. In the second half, they still created chances, and Laporte scored a header from a set piece. But Laporte should have been sent off. He should have been given a yellow card in the first half before we did. I was surprised in how many challenges the referee let go in this match. Like he was very rarely booking anybody. You know, like VAR has a lot of questions to answer. It just looks like it loves giving the wrong decision. Something needs to happen because it's ruining the game. To be honest, I think in European football, Haaland does it again. 2 more goals at the weekend. He's an incredible striker, and I'd be interested to see who buys him in the summer. Another 2 good goals from Mbappe. He's a proven player now. He's doing it week in, week out. He's consistent. And if anyone's going to stop City from the Champions League this year, it'd probably be him because he's quality. And it looks like Griezmann is now the main man at Barca. He scored 2 the weekend. He's great career. He has a great career ahead of him. And he could maintain the number 9 spot in the Barcelona team going forward. I think he's the future number 9 for Barca, I think. So, it's disgraceful that VAR is ruining our game. Something needs to happen because it's just, they're too inconsistent. And it just takes too long as well. It needs to be quickened up, so something needs to happen. It doesn't matter who you are. It's a foul, it's a foul. I don't think it's good enough, to be honest. So I hope you enjoy the action throughout the weekend. Thank you.